Howdy do, folks. It's your old Uncle Jason here, serving you up a hearty spiritual meal taken from the book of Isaiah. And today we're going to do chapter 15. This is a good one, folks. So listen up and take a hearty helping and be filled. The burden of Moab. Because in the night air of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence, because in the night of Kir of Moab is laid waste and brought to silence. He is gone up to Bajith. I'm not even gonna attempt to say that because I'm gonna butcher it. And to Dibon, the high places, to weep. Moab shall howl over Nebo and over Medeba. On all their heads shall be baldness, and every beard cut off. In their streets they shall girt themselves with sackcloth. On the tops of their houses in their streets every one shall howl, weeping abundantly. And the Heshbon shall cry, and the Elealeh, their voice shall be heard even unto Jahaz. Therefore the armed soldiers of Moab shall cry out, his life shall be grievous unto him. My heart shall cry out for Moab, his fugitives shall flee unto Zohar, an heifer of 3 years old, for by the mounting up of Luhith with weeping shall they go it up. For in the way of Horonaim they shall rise up and cry of destruction. For the waters of Nimrim shall be desolate, for the hay is withered away, and the grass far faileth. There is no green thing, therefore the abundance they have gotten, and they which they have laid up shall they carry away to the brook of the willows. For the cry is gone round about the borders of Moab, the howling thereof unto Iglamin, and the howling of there unto Beerelim. For the waters of Dimnam shall be full of blood, for I will bring more upon Dimnam, lions upon him that escapeth of Moab, and upon the remnant of the land. That paints a very, very dark picture. And I gotta tell you, folks, that is what war really is. It's symbolic in this. Historically, they that turned away from the Lord, they that attacked Israel, this is what they faced. This is what became of them. But we need not worry about that in our own lives, because we believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, and He is our deliverer. Though everything around us be as that, we can still face tomorrow, because in the hollow of His hand we are placed, and no man shall pluck us from thence. Fear not man who has the power to kill the body only, but rather fear God who has the power to cast both body and soul into hell. The nation that forgets God shall be turned into hell. This isn't a doom and gloom chapter, in my opinion, though obviously the circumstances of the time were, but this is a development of a healthy fear of God. Like I've been saying in other videos, we as children need to understand just who God is and what He's capable of doing, and the significance of His forgiveness, and the outstretching of his hand. If we put our hand in that same hand that defeated death, that's who is protecting us right now. Remember that. The same arms that defeated death, hell, and the grave are holding you right now. That is the symbolism of strength, capable of such destruction and upturning of everything, yet tender enough to hold you when you're feeling low or when you need to be close to him. Think about that, folks. I know it was a little heavy, and I know a lot of you folks might even have even more information about the circumstances of Moab and all the destruction, about how the rivers are being turned into blood and whatnots. That's for the amount of bloodshed. We've seen that happen in history. Normandy and D-Day, how the ocean turned to blood because of all the soldiers that fell. God rest them. The point is, great destruction, but yet even greater tenderness. That is what the Lord is capable of. And this, again, this isn't doom and gloom. This is a wonderfully, wonderful chapter to read, because it means God isn't weak. He's not harmless. He is peaceful. And those of you who've stuck around this long know that the difference between being peaceful and harmless is the capacity for great violence and destruction, yet choosing not to, exercising restraint. That is strength. That is what peaceful really means. If you are not capable of great violence and destruction, then you are not peaceful. You are harmless. Just something to think about for you today. And I hope you enjoyed your Hearty Spiritual Meal, because there's plenty more where this came from. As God has stated, the Word is the bread of life. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Come and dine, folks. The table is set. Have your fill, and go into the world and preach the same gospel that Christ has ordained us to do. So, folks, I'll leave you with this final word. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and thou shalt love your neighbor as yourself. And on these two hang all the law and the prophets. So until we meet again, folks, stay safe, stay blessed, and as always, stay in the shadow of the Almighty. This is your old Uncle Jason, signing off.